Alan, I didn't want to tell you this, but you've left me no other choice.
Your lunch, Mr. Spaulding.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Enjoy.
Go ahead.
I have already cloned a human being.
I see. So you've cloned a human being and you've told no one?
Yes, that's right.
You've achieved one of the great scientific achievements of all time and no one knows about it, huh?
Not yet, no.
Tell me, Michael, what kind of fool do you take me for?
Alan, this is true.
Oh, I'm sure it is. And I'm sure the next thing you're going to say is you've invented a car that runs on water.
Alan, I am not joking here.
No, you're not joking, and I'm not buying it. I bet Josh sent you here.
I don't work for Josh anymore. I have already told you that.
Yes, and you think you're going to have a laugh at my expense? Well, you're dead wrong.
Josh does not even know that I am here. If he did, he'd be furious.
Why is that?
Because he has a lot invested in this project. He's the reason that I did this and that...
Is that so?
What I mean to say is that
Michael, tell me how Josh Lewis is connected to your clone.
What are you doing here?
I don't know.
Did you follow me?
No, I came to the lighthouse to think. Aren't I allowed to do that?
Yes, of course. I'm just surprised to see you here.
Well, I remembered when you brought me to the beach that night, and I saw the lighthouse, and it just seemed like such a nice, quiet place, you know, a place that you could come to figure things out.
Well, it is. Is this where you've been running off to, then?
Oh, no. No, I just kind of ended up here today. Why are you here?
Same kind of thing. I just sort of ended up here. I've been thinking about Riva.
You always think about her.
Well, more so lately. And I don't really know what it is about this place in particular, but I just sense her presence here.
Well, maybe you sensed me and not her for once, you know? Maybe without even knowing I was here, you sensed me. I think I sensed you, too.
Maybe.
I mean, why would you sense her here? You said that the two of you never really came here that often together.
I think it has to do with the water. You know, a lot of significant things happened in our life together that seem to be connected to water in some way. So I just feel close to her here. I can almost hear her voice in the surf. I look out to the horizon, and it's like I can see her face.
I'm sorry, Joshua. I never meant to hurt you.
I know that.
No, you don't understand. It's just that you are such a good person, and Riva's such a good person, and you two belong together, and
yes,
you should be together.
I know that, but Riva's gone forever, and that's not your fault. Not at all.
No, that's not true. I did some bad things, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. You believe that, don't you?
Of course I do. Why would I think you're a bad person?
Because I've done some terrible things, and I'm afraid if I tell you, you're gonna hate me.
Blake, could that be you? Yeah. Beth, what is it?
Everything is spinning out of control.
Well, relax. Whatever it is, we'll deal with it.
Why is it that people just can't mind their own business, you know?
I take it you're talking about Carl Stevens' murder.
Yes.
Well, the crisis is being averted. When you signed the confession, you took the first steps towards closing the case.
And that's what I thought, but I don't believe that anymore.
Sit down. Sit down. Tell me exactly what happened.
What has been happening all along? Philip will not let me handle my own problems.
Well, you haven't exactly discouraged that in the past, have you?
Ben, I thought you were the one person who understood. I don't want Philip to rescue me anymore.
I do understand that.
Then listen to me. We have to do something, because if we don't, the truth about Carl's murder is going to come out, and I can't let that happen.
Honey, I want you to tell me. It's okay. I promise you, Mommy is not going to be mad at you. Tell me who you saw with Carl.
I saw Uncle Rick.
Oh, honey, no. You're mixed up, honey. You saw Uncle Rick with Carl later in here when he was trying to help.
No, not inside. I saw him outside. I saw him where Carl was.
Honey, come here. Come here. Now, you never mentioned this before. Now, are you sure?
I'm not lying.
I know you're not lying, honey, but there were a lot of people here that night. Didn't you think maybe you're just confused?
I know. I saw him, Daddy. It was him. Looked out the window, and there Uncle Rick was.
I'm sorry about the way the conversation went at lunch.
It's okay. It's over now.
I want it to be. But every time I think I've gotten past this anger at what Roy did to you, it springs up again.
But I'm home now, and there's nothing we need to be angry about anymore.
I'm just trying to be honest with you.
I know.
There are times that I have this rage. It just hits me, and I don't know where it's coming from, and I don't know where to stop.
Let's go in here, okay? Rick, it's not that bad.
Well, Abby, it's bad if I let it rule my life.
Yes, but you're exaggerating.
Am I, really? That rage almost drove you away from me, didn't it?
But it didn't, did it? And it never would. And even though your anger was out of control, you didn't do something wrong, and I knew you wouldn't.
Abby, I wanted to shoot that man. I wanted to shoot him, and if I had a gun, I would have done it.
But you didn't. You didn't act on it, and you couldn't.
Well, I'm glad you're so sure, Abby. Because there's times I'm working here, I see a woman come in who looks just like you did when you got beat up by Roy. And I know in that instant I can kill someone. I know it, and that bothers me. It bothers me a lot because it makes me feel like I'm no better than these other violent men like Roy Meacham or Carl Stevens.
You know, I don't want to dwell on any of this anymore.